Hi, I'm Suzanne Patrician with BrainJax, and today I'm going to share with you some information on how you can use Pinterest for your small business. This webcast that we're watching is titled, Isn't That Pinteresting? Pinterest essentially is a virtual corkboard. It's a social media platform that really seems to have been taken off here in the last month in particular. We're in the beginning of March 2012 today, and I think mostly about the last 4 to 6 weeks it's kind of gaining in popularity. And from my perspective, kind of sitting back and watching, it's just been fascinating to learn about how small businesses are using it for a marketing opportunity to get the information out on this platform about the products and services that they have. So this essentially is what it looks like. I do have a few videos embedded within this webcast to share with you how to set up a profile, as well as to look at how to create search engine optimization using Pinterest, as well as how to look at creating your boards and pinning and all that sort of stuff. So essentially this is what Pinterest looks like. You've got your profile up in the corner here. You can invite friends on both Facebook and Twitter. You can look at pins from pinners who you just follow. You can look at pins from everybody, including everything. There's also videos, which I'm going to talk a little bit about later on, popular pins, as well as GIFs. Now, if you'll just take a look at this area here on this pin, $99.50 for doubles battery life of your iPhone gadget, you'll notice quite a few things that the D Networks has been doing here, which is something that's gaining more and more in popularity, and I'm doing it myself. So essentially, when you create your pins, as soon as you put a $ attached to your pin in the description of your pin, this little ribbon is going to come across the corner here. You've got the D Networks via Beatrice here in the corner, and then when you click on this pin, their website is going to open up and take you directly to the page where you can make that purchase. So I'm going to show you a few examples of that, and it's pretty kind of cutting edge on how we can share our products with the world. The Pinterest design essentially includes a profile page. You've got your boards, your pins, there's pinners that follow you, as well as the pinners who you follow as well, that are in the whole kind of design in terms of how Pinterest is set up. So when you're creating your profile, it's really important that you include your name and your business name. Again, folks, this is for the small business folks out there and entrepreneurs like myself. You need to include your business description, a logo, as well as links. And you can do this with every single pin that you have. You can include personalized information about your interest as well. What I really think is sort of cutting edge about Pinterest beyond Facebook, beyond Twitter, is that for the visual thinkers, visual learners out there like myself, who are consumers, when we can see right in front of us a variety of pins and visually look at our interests being presented to us from other people, I mean, that's hitting home pretty hard in values-based marketing, and that's what I find really exciting about Pinterest as a small business owner. We know it works for Apple, we know it works for, you know, Coca-Cola and Tim Hortons and and Starbucks, I guess, starting listing off brands who present the information about what it is that they're selling and the products and services that they have from a values base. So rather than saying, you know, I have a great piece of hardware, I have a great computer for you to buy, and this is the reasons why you should buy it. What Apple did, which I thought was really neat, was all of their marketing was around, we believe in design, we believe in technology, we believe in mobility. And what that did was it just drew in the masses of the people who shared those common beliefs and common interests. And Pinterest has kind of pinned it, if you will, with how to present our information. It's all interest-based. So it's important that you as an individual, you as a business, are sharing personalized information about your interests in your boards. You can also include search terms and keywords in your description. I'm going to talk a little bit about that later on, and how you can use hashtags and integrate Twitter and other platforms as part of your marketing strategy. So this is what the boards look like. I have an empty board over here, and I'm going to go through showing you how to set up a board afterwards, and we'll start filling that one up. So when you have your profile page, you've got your name, your followers, how many people you're following. This picture was taken at a time just to use as a demonstration. You can click to edit your profile, and then it's got a little bit of information about yourself that you can share. And then you can organize your boards however you would like them organized to be able to present visually appealing information about your products and services, your business, or about you as an individual. So here's a little video within this webcast that I created to show you how to create search optimized profiles when you're looking at using some search terms and hashtags within your profile, so that kind of rolls you up on the search engines to be able to be searched out when you're on Pinterest as well. So we're just going to take a look at this video. Hi again, Suzanne Patrician here from BrainJax. I just wanted to share with you, as part of our Isn't That Pinteresting theme or video webcast that we have with you today, how to edit your profile. So when you're looking at your Pinterest boards that you have as we work through this process here together, we're going to click on Edit Your Profile when you're creating your profile, and I'm going to share with you a few tips. So first and foremost, obviously you need your email and password and so on and so forth, and then you have a username, pinterest.com/username. Then there's an About section. Now the About section is a great opportunity for you to add hashtags again to increase the overall searches that there is online. So it works very much like we do with Twitter. You can hashtag, but essentially you will be indexed by the search engine, and I'm going to show you here how to make sure that that happens. So you have your About here. So I shared a little bit about myself, a little bit about BrainJax, and then what you can expect from my pins that I find interesting. So I'm just going to add a little happy pinning at the end, and basically this is your little kind of box of fame that you can add to your profile, which will be helpful so that when people are going to be following or looking at your pins, they'll be able to get a sense about you. So again, try and personalize this. Pinterest is about building relationships. You can upload your image, you can refresh from Facebook or Twitter, you can link to Facebook. Again, Pinterest is a useful tool as part of your overall marketing strategy. You can add Pinterest to your Facebook timeline, which I did on link to Twitter. And this is really important here. Hide your Pinterest profile from search engines. Now, if you have a small business, you're going to make sure that instead of having that on, you're going to have it set to off, because you do not want to hide your Pinterest profile from search engines, okay? You want to be indexed, you want to be sought out, you want to be found. So make sure that this piece here is turned off. And then you click Save Profile. We'll just wait for that to come through. There we go. And then once it comes up, there's all the information. You can find me on the web, Twitter, Facebook, through an RSS feed, and all of your information can be found there. So I hope that was helpful. Okay, so that video essentially is just to show you how to create a search optimized Pinterest profile so that the search engines will be able to find you, and to also again personalize, include information and what people can expect, include hashtags as well, and then that way when you're twittering or tweeting it, pardon me, and you're putting it on Facebook, it'll be something that would be, you know, easily searched out or easily found through the hashtags. So when you're looking at organizing your boards, once you've got your profile set up, move your boards around by theme or in order that just makes sense to you. Keep your brand noticeable and even first viewed by followers or potential followers when they click on your profile to look at all of your boards. Name your boards using search terms, keywords, and terms used in your advertising campaigns. Now, what I chose to do when I thought, again, as I'm learning to navigate this social media, marketing strategies. One of the things that I thought was really helpful was when I was looking at my Google AdWords campaigns and creating my search terms through there, and you know, looking at the keywords that I was auctioning on that were hit the most, and then also looking at how it was converting onto my website through Google Analytics. What I've done is I've written my whole website around those search terms and keywords that I've used in other parts of my advertising campaigns. So those are the ones that you would want to hashtag, and then, pardon me, you can put them as part of your pins or in your board, the language that you use to describe your boards. You hashtag those terms that you use from the other sources, and that's going to increase your search engine optimization even more. So again, if you're a small business and you want to get your product and services out there, it's a really good opportunity to kind of use the best of all of the worlds in social media to be able to, you know, have the best opportunity possible as part of your marketing strategy. So here's another video on how to create your boards. And again, it just kind of goes through like the last one and being able to explain what you're looking at when you're just creating your general boards. Hi, Suzanne Patrician here with BrainJax. Just going to go over a few things here, as I previously mentioned, on how to get boards set up with your Pinterest account that'll hopefully drive some traffic and generate some interest in your small business. So when you come to your Pinterest site, some of the tips that I have learned in the last week or so from some of the experts out there in purchasing their books and looking at how they're marketing using Pinterest is, when you see your big screen, like there's a lot of white space here in mine, one of the suggestions is that when you're looking at kind of a standard size screen with standard screen resolution is to have between 8 and 10 boards to fill this up, to fill this area up. So looking at mine, we've got social media and learning. We've got cooking, definitely, love cooking, ranch, we ranch, hobby farmers, and we're getting into looking at raising organic chickens this year and other things. So all of that is filled with things that you'll find around our ranch. Products I love includes a lot of the products out there that I either have or I'd love to have or that I find interesting. Favorite places and spaces. This is kind of my brain time that I take for myself, whether it's in a hammock or reading an ebook or some quotes, some beautiful spaces that I was able to find on Pinterest. And then Jolly Molly Accessories, that's a subsidiary of us, and we make all sort of hair products and beauty items, and our kids pin to this one as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a pin, or add a board, I guess, and we're just starting to produce a number of children's books. They're called Gunther the Goat and Friends, and it's about our goat Gunther here on the ranch and his friends around the ranch, but we're integrating in the design theories and ideas around problem solving for children. And this is going to be, it can be for younger kids. It's going to be, you know, aesthetically pleasing for them to want to read the book with the illustrations. However, the lessons are going to be from about kindergarten, grade 1 to about grade 3 in their reading level, that they can learn about problem solving, conflict management, you know, leading from within, and all of those sorts of concepts and ideas. So we're going to call this one Gunther the Goat and Friends. When we click our category, we're going to call this one Kids. Okay. Who can pin? That's going to be just me. And then we create the board. All right. So when you go to boards, there it is, Gunther the Goat and Friends over here. So what we're going to All right, so again, just, you know, some ideas on how to create your boards, some tips on how to make sure you fill up the white space. Now, I'm working with a 24-inch screen, so my pin boards, when I only have 5 or 6 up there, there's going to be a lot of white space. So I'm going through and I'm filling those up as well. So with the pins, you can pin directly from a website by clicking a pin it button by a picture you're viewing. So this is from our website regarding our video webcast. So what it says in our little module here is we offer a series of recorded video webcasts that are viewable on any device with a browser. So even this video webcast that you're watching right now, you can watch it on your phone, on your tablet, on your PC, on your Mac, desktop, laptop, you name it. Anything that has a web browser, you can view any of our webcasts. So as you'll see on the bottom of that, there's a little pin it button. And I'm going to show you some directions directly from Pinterest and how you can do that on the bottom of your pictures and include those on your website or your blog. You can also add pins on your Pinterest page by uploading from your device as well. And this is something that, I had learned in the weeks. I thought pinning was just looking at websites and pinning from sites. You can get a browser pin it on your menu bar as well, where anything that you see, you click pin it in Firefox if you're using Firefox, and what happens is all of the images are collected from that website, and then you can choose which ones you want to pin and pin them onto any of your boards as well. So creating boards isn't really enough. It's great because you're able to put yourself out there and share with the world and all of the other pinners out there what you're interested in. But how do you create engaging boards? And we're going to watch another little video clip here. Hi, Suzanne Patrician here again from BrainJack. I'm just going to show you how to create search optimized boards once you have your boards all organized. So first and foremost, when you're looking at your Pinterest profile and all of your boards, you can rearrange your boards in a format that might work for you. So for myself, I wanted social media and learning, cooking, ranch, products I love, favorite places and spaces, Jolly Molly accessories, and Gunther the Goat and Friends. And one of the things we can do is, if you wanted to, you can move them around. If you have extra layers of boards, you can move them around however you want to arrange them, and then just click Save Arrangement. So the first thing I'm going to show you is how to edit a board for search engine optimization or optimized SEO. So here's the information that we had plugged in when we created our board. So Gunther the Goat and Friends, who can pin, just me, and category is kids. When you click edit board after the board has been created, the description piece opens up. So what I've done is I've gone in, just fix that, and I've entered hashtags along in the description, which hopefully will roll up the board higher when people are searching for children's or ebook or website, videos, pictures, so on and so forth, okay? So you can optimize your boards and include any key terms or keywords from your Google Analytics, and that'll certainly ping it a little bit higher along the chains of search engine results that people get when they're searching for these key terms. And you can also use the keywords from Google AdWords as well if you're running a Google AdWords campaign with your small business, and create your description and your pins based on those Google AdWords. So two ways that you can add to your board. The first is, of course, having a pin on your timeline along the top of your browser bar. You can also have pin it on pictures, as I had previously shown you, but you can also upload information as well. Upload your pins from your desktop. And so you can either add a pin, you can upload a pin, or you can create a board with the add button here. So we'll just go back to that. So what I've done, you can see the picture here, is you can upload a pin. Sometimes, depending on the resolution of your picture, it's going to take a little bit longer to upload. So for the benefit of this demonstration, I'm just going to show you the one that I used, if I can find it. Gunther the Goat main one. Okay, so this is the one with the green outline. So what you do is you browse it, you upload it, it'll bring it up here. You pick what board you'd like to have it on, or if you want to create a new board, you can certainly type in a title there and then click create. or you can just choose the board that you're going to have. Then you describe your pin, and this is where you're going to put in the optimized keywords that relate to your pin on your board. Okay, you can brand and use terms that are related to your brand. You can use Google AdWords terms. You can use keywords from your Google Analytics. Whatever is going to relate your information back to the web and other search terms that have been used to find you, you know, anything to help optimize your profile with the search engines is going to be helpful for your small business. And then what you do, you can decide if you want to share it on Twitter, and then you can just click pin it. And that's going to then, when you go back to your boards, you'll be able to see your pin there. We've only got one so far today on this one, and they're going to be uploaded the rest of the afternoon when we're done our video cast time. And then here's the pins with the search engine optimization keywords that are being used, a link to the website. When you do put a product, as soon as you put a $sign, if you were to use the actual $sign off your keyboard, a little ribbon will come across here with the value of the product that you're selling. So for example, in cooking, one of the things I've done on my cooking board, doesn't this stuff look great, is I have added, I thought it was in here, maybe it's in my social media and learning board. Well, here's an example here, but we do have a cookbook that's for sale that I thought I had put in the cookbook. So with the information here about the book that I had written for Teens in Conflict Together, the value of that book is in here. As soon as you put the $sign at the beginning, it'll immediately come across the top, and it'll show up every time somebody makes that pin. Okay, and then there's a link down here on where that pin can be purchased. So just some tips and some ideas around how to create search engine optimization boards that are engaging for people. So you can certainly, you know, add your hashtags, add your prices of your products, your links, whatever it may be, to be able to create the engaging board for the people who are going to be following you on Pinterest. So again, by engaging, I just mean engaging your marketing strategy with the world using Pinterest as the venue. So when you look at following pinners and people are following you, when you have a small business, follow. I mean, you need to filter through people who have interests and values similar to you, maybe similar products. Pinterest is a social media platform, and that's the bottom line. Repin other people's pins, mention pinners that possibly interest you, like others' pins because you can like directly to Facebook, and Pinterest is about building relationships first and foremost. So it's important when you're looking at creating your social media marketing strategy using Pinterest that you're engaged socially. Now, this is something that I had stumbled across that I thought was pretty neat, and there's actually video pins, and again, integrating YouTube videos as part of your social media strategy is second to none the best possible opportunity that you could have, because you're getting people who are looking for videos, they're looking for how-to videos, they're looking for everything that you and I are looking for. You're looking for whatever you're looking for in looking at this video webcast today. So video pins is another way that you can sort of optimize your marketing strategies for your small business. So here's another little video clip for you. Hi, Suzanne Patrician here from BrainJax. I'm just going to be showing you a short video clip here on how to integrate video with Pinterest as part of your social media marketing strategies for your small business. So either from your board or from the main page, what you can do is you can go ahead and you can just go click the search term for video, if I could spell today. And once video comes up, look at this, there is like unbelievable amounts, like the volume of video that's on here that people are pinning from just about anywhere, I guess. So we're going to find something that maybe would be appropriate here. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to look at an example of just again for the whole video example to show you an example of the makeup one here. Where did I see that? Right here. So what you do is you just click that and voila. So what's really neat about the Pinterest
Hi, I'm Gregory Arlt, Director of Makeup Artistry for MAC.
video option is that it gives you an extra source other than just through looking at your pictures and the pins that you have, the things that interest you, or maybe things as part of your business. It gives you a video that you can actually integrate right from YouTube, which is really cool. So I think Pinterest is onto something here as far as our marketing trends are for the future around taking the best of Twitter with the followers and hashtags, of course, for search engine optimization, YouTube with the videos, Facebook and having friends and following with your pin boards. And I think that it just really creates a good kind of integration for your whole marketing strategy if Pinterest is something that you feel you want to dive into for your small business. All right, so again, just another way that you can use Pinterest and be pinning as part of your small business marketing strategy. So when you're putting Pinterest on your site, there's a variety of things you can do. You can add a pin it button to your site or to your pictures like I had shown you that I had done on our site for Brain Jacks. You can use hashtags like on Twitter to link your pins to your site and search terms, again, by pinners. You can blog about how you use Pinterest for your business and then tweet about it. You can integrate Pinterest as part of your social media strategy overall, okay? So there's a lot of ways that you can add the information to your site. So Pinterest offers follow buttons for websites. So when you're looking at your Pinterest profile page, if you just click on Pinterest or more information, they'll be able to show you how to go ahead. They break down in detailed description how you can add these buttons that they have. So either the P's, Pinterest, or follow me on Pinterest, okay? So they go through detailed information on how you can do that for your blog or your website to make them inline on your site. You can have a pin it button as well for your website or your blog, and you can just put it underneath all of your pictures. You can have it horizontally, you can have it vertically as well, and then you can also have it where it shows the number of times it's been pinned, or you can remove that as well. So what you're doing is you're putting the URL of the page the pin is on, the URL of the image to be pinned, and the description of the pin as well. If you wanted, you can include hashtags there. It's a great marketing opportunity because anybody who clicks on any picture that you have in Pinterest that's been pinned is going to be directed to the URL. Okay, so I mean, just all around, Pinterest is really kind of cutting edge in terms of looking at including it for your marketing strategy. Also because it's mobile, okay? You can get the mobile app for Pinterest on your iPhone. We use it all the time. We add pictures to it, we pin, we visit back and forth with one another because there's comment boxes under pins as well. So I mean, Pinterest is something I think that for, again, a visually appealing marketing strategy is going to be helpful for your small business. So some Pinteresting times is kind of what I'm thinking. Pinterest connects us through our interests. Again, social science research shows that interest-based concepts are sustainable. Interest-based problem solving. When you're looking at the field of conflict management and dispute resolution, which is essentially my background, all of the research there says that if people are problem solving from an interest-based point of view, the agreements that they come up with are going to be sustainable. So Pinterest is onto something here. You're connecting with others with similar interests that make for longer lasting interest-based relationships. Look at the relationship relationships in your life now and the people around you now. Could be people who you do business with, who do business with you. Personally, as a consumer myself, I would much rather purchase a product or service from someone who I feel like I'm connected to through shared and common interests. That's the bottom line. And this is how Pinteresting can be helpful for you, for your small business. And this is one of the things that I've been thinking about as I was creating this webcast, is Pinterest has brought back the mom and pop business and a whole new angle to shopping locally online. Okay, so when you think about that, you think about the mom and pop businesses that you maybe went to when you were younger, or your parents or grandparents did, and they went there because, well, it's John and Mary's place. That's where we go to the bakery. That's where we go to purchase our flour. That's where we go to purchase whatever. We go to that place because of the relationships that we've made. And Pinterest is something that is, you're looking at creating relationships. It's a social media platform. You're reaching out, you're connecting from a visually appealing sort of perspective. And I don't think that we can go wrong including Pinterest as part of our overall marketing strategy. So thank you very much for joining me today in this webcast. Thank you for taking the time to see what I have to share with the world. Feel free to visit us at BrainJax at www.brainjax.net. You can contact me anytime through there. You can follow me on Twitter at BrainJax. And then to find me on my Pinterest board, you can find that right directly on our website. So thank you very much again, and have a great day.